Thank you for visiting our channel. Please like, share and subscribe for more exciting food videos. Welcome back. In part 2 of our crab curry video, we're finishing the sauce, adding the crab, and bringing everything together for a perfectly balanced curry. Tomato and onion gravy is bolder and more tangy. It's great when you want a punchier curry and you're using shell-on crab pieces that can stand up to strong flavor. Yogurt base is creamy but lighter than coconut. It needs gentle heat so it doesn't split. Yogurt works best with cooked crab meat added at the end, since you won't be boiling the sauce. To keep flavors lively, mix and match a few add-ins. Use what you have, skip what you don't. Curry leaves, mustard seeds, ginger, garlic, green chilies, paprika, and garam masala. A simple crab curry method you can repeat every time. Crab curry gets easier when you treat it like 2 phases. Build the sauce, then cook or warm the crab. If you rush and add crab too early, you can't undo that texture. Use a wide pot or deep skillet so the sauce reduces evenly. Have your crab prepped and ready before you start cooking the base. Once the curry smells right, everything moves quickly. Here's a repeatable flow that works for coconut milk or tomato-based crab curry, with a small adjustment for yogurt. Build a strong curry base with aromatics and spices. Start with tablespoons of oil in a pan over medium heat. Add chopped onion, or shallot, and cook until golden, stirring often. This step builds sweetness, so don't stop at soft. Golden is where the flavor lives. Add grated ginger and minced garlic, then cook about seconds to a minute. Keep it moving so it doesn't brown too fast. Next comes the spice step. Add your dry spices. A common mix is turmeric, ground coriander, ground cumin, and chili powder. Toasting spices just means warming them in oil for seconds so they smell fragrant. Use low heat and stir constantly. If they look like they're darkening fast, add a splash of water right away. Salt early. It helps the onions break down and it wakes up the whole pot. Now choose your path. For a tomato base, add chopped tomatoes or canned crushed tomatoes and cook until the sauce thickens and the oil starts to separate at the edges. For a coconut base, add coconut milk after the spices bloom, then simmer gently to thicken. Optional depth boosters can help when the sauce tastes flat. A small spoon of tamarind, or a squeeze of lime later, a few drops of fish sauce, or a pinch of sugar to balance sharp tomatoes. Keep these small. You're aiming for balance, not a new main flavor. If you're making a yogurt curry, lower the heat first. Stir in yogurt off heat or on very low heat, then bring it back to a bare simmer. If it boils hard, it can split. When to add crab so it stays sweet and tender. Crab is like good fish. It doesn't want a long, rough boil. The goal is a gentle simmer and the right timing for the type of crab you have. For cooked crab meat, pasteurized lump or pre-cooked crab pieces, add it at the end. Fold it in gently and simmer minutes, just until warmed through. Don't mash it with the spoon. Treat it like you're tucking it into the sauce. For raw crab pieces, nestle them into the sauce and simmer minutes, depending on size. Keep the heat steady so the sauce bubbles softly, not violently. Raw crab is done when the shells turn bright, the meat is opaque, and there's no raw seafood smell. Finish the curry with a squeeze of lime and a handful of chopped cilantro. If you like curry leaves, warm a teaspoon of oil in a small pan, crisp the leaves for a few seconds. Then pour that fragrant oil over the finished curry. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like, share and subscribe.